First of all, let's address a rumor that's obviously ridiculous.
Actually, it happened very quickly, but there were a lot of hurdles that we had to go through.
Did you know that there was a shocking secret Babyface has kept hidden for years? He wasn't just the smooth R&B hitmaker we all thought he was.
The judge asked me, I have to be labeled, I have to be our artist. So he didn't say, I don't want to ask you as a label, as an artist. Do you feel like the deal that Toni Braxton has is a fair deal? And I said no.
Behind the scenes, he was tangled in drama, from cryptic hints dropped during a talk show appearance about his sexuality, which made people wonder if he was gay or bisexual, to explosive revelations about love life and failed marriages.
Earlier this week, Baker tweeting at Babyface, "Please call off your fans."
Adding to the drama, he became entangled in a legal battle with Anita Baker and was hit with a shocking extortion claim from someone claiming to be his son. Buckle up. This is one ride you won't forget.
Every time I close my eyes, I thank the Lord that...
Remember, in the early 1990s, when Babyface went on the Arsenio Hall show and talked about his music and how he could sing in many different styles.
First of all, let's address a rumor that's obviously ridiculous.
Well, during the interview, he said his first singing group played on both sides of the fence musically. Now, to most people, this just meant the group could do different kinds of music, like R&B and pop. But some viewers took it in a different way. They thought Babyface was talking about more than just music. They believed he was giving a hidden message about his sexuality. At that time, people didn't talk openly about being gay or bisexual, especially in the music world. So even a small comment like that could start a lot of talk. That's exactly what happened. After the interview, people started guessing. Some thought Babyface might be gay or bisexual. This idea started spreading in small circles and later reached bigger platforms. One of the biggest places where this talk happened was a website forum called Lipstick Alley. Around 2005, someone on that site said they remembered that old interview. They said the way Babyface talked gave them the feeling that he might not be straight. The person also said they had been around many gay people in their life and knew how to notice certain things. So, based on how Babyface spoke and acted, they believed he might be hiding something. Many people also said they were shocked when Babyface married Tracy Edmonds. They believed that many men who are secretly gay or bisexual, also called down low or DL, often marry women who help keep their secret. The user even said that Tracy's mother may have helped put the two together. They felt that Tracy was the kind of woman some closeted men choose to make their life look normal on the outside.
Actually, it happened very quickly, but there were a lot of hurdles that we had to go through.
The person also said that some of these men still like women but feel stronger emotional connections with men. Again, this was all opinion. There was no proof, only what people thought and felt. Over the years, people have continued to talk about Babyface. These rumors often come back whenever he works closely with male artists. For example, Babyface has worked with many famous male singers. He has written songs for them and helped produce their albums. Some people see this and start guessing again. They think being close to other men means something more. Sometimes, Babyface also joins music projects that have LGBTQ+ themes or are led by LGBTQ+ artists. When this happens, some people start asking questions again. They think that being part of those projects means he is gay or bisexual himself. But that's not true. Just because someone supports the LGBTQ+ community doesn't mean they are part of it. Many straight people work on those kinds of projects to support equal rights and love for all people. Babyface has never said he joined those projects because of his own sexuality. He just wants to be part of good music and support others. Even though all these rumors have gone on for years, Babyface has always said he is straight. He never said he was gay or bisexual. In many interviews, he talked about his love for women. He said he always waited for women to show they were interested in him before making a move. He was scared of being rejected. He didn't want to walk up to a woman and get turned down, so he stayed quiet until he was sure a woman liked him. He also said that being a nice guy made dating hard for him. He noticed that some women liked bad boys more than guys like him. He said he would see other men walk into a room and get all the attention just by saying a few cool words. But when Babyface tried the same thing, it didn't work. Women thought he was too soft or boring. He felt that women only liked nice guys like him after they had been hurt by the wrong men. In one interview, Babyface told a sweet story about his childhood. He said he fell in love with a girl when he was in 6th grade. He thought she was the most beautiful girl he had ever seen. He even kept a diary and wrote about her every day. He would write about what she wore and how she looked. This went on for a long time, and he never told anyone. This story shows that from a young age, he had feelings for girls, that love and interest in women never changed as he got older. So even though people kept guessing and spreading rumors, there was never any real proof. Anita Baker tour fallout.
That growing feud between R&B legends Anita Baker and Babyface. Baker saying she's dropping Babyface as an opening act on her tour because of online threats from his fans.
Now let's talk about the clash between Anita Baker and Babyface that sent shockwaves through the entertainment world.
We like to keep the R&B alive forever.
What started as a seemingly harmless disagreement has evolved into a full-blown controversy. The drama started on May 10th during a concert where fans were excited to see both Anita Baker and Babyface perform.
Sing it with me, sweet
Babyface was supposed to be a special guest that night. Many fans came just to see him. But when the show began, something strange happened. Babyface never came on stage. People were confused and started asking questions. Why didn't he sing? What went wrong? After a lot of guessing and rumors online, Babyface finally decided to speak up. He posted a message on Twitter to tell his side of the story. In his tweet, he said he was asked not to perform so that Anita Baker could have all the time for her full show. He also apologized to his fans for not performing. He said he and his band were very sad because they were excited to sing for everyone. This message made many fans upset. They felt like Babyface was treated unfairly.
Unfortunately, this breaks my heart, y'all. Unfortunately, Babyface won't able.
Many fans started blaming Anita Baker for the situation. They felt she acted like a diva and pushed Babyface aside, even though he is a famous and respected artist. Some people said it was wrong for her to treat him like just a warm-up act. Fans were hurt because they love Babyface and felt he didn't get the respect he deserved.
In the aftermath, upset Babyface fans seeming to blame the forced no-show on Baker.
One fan even commented, "I never liked her," and another one added, "She never cared. She rich, sold out concerts. She ain't losing any sleep." Babyface wasn't alone, though. He had support from other singers. One person who spoke up was R&B singer Tank. On June 13th, he posted a video on Instagram defending Babyface. In the video, Tank said it hurt him to see one of his heroes, someone he looked up to, being treated badly. He said Babyface didn't do anything wrong. He was told he couldn't perform, and he simply told his fans the truth. Tank said it wasn't fair for people to blame Babyface when he didn't cause the problem. Many fans agreed with Tank. In the comments under his post, people thanked him for speaking the truth. Some fans had their own ideas about what really happened. One fan said Babyface was only there to help sell more tickets. After the tickets were sold, they didn't need him anymore and dropped him from the show. Another person said Anita Baker has had a bad attitude for years, while Babyface has always been nice. They said it was wrong for people to be mad at Babyface just for telling the truth. One fan said something that made a lot of sense. They said Babyface never told his fans to be mean to Anita. He just shared what happened. They also said it was unfair that Anita got to keep doing her shows while Babyface had to deal with angry and disappointed fans. That fan hoped Babyface would do his own tour in the future, where he could perform without drama. Many other people agreed with that idea.
Saying in a statement, "It's unfortunate and disheartening to see how things have played out via social media. While I was looking forward to the rest of the dates, I have nothing but love and respect for Anita, and I wish her the best for the remainder of her tour."
But not everyone was on Babyface's side. Some fans of Anita Baker defended her. They said she was the main performer, the headliner, and had the right to decide how her show went. They said if she didn't want another singer on stage, that was her choice. They believed every artist should have control over their own performance and time.
She is the headliner, and she brought Babyface on as a special guest. And that really seems to be the point of confusion, I think, for a lot of people who've been following the story.
Then, things got even messier. Some people started saying that Babyface was actually late to the show that night, by 2 hours. One fan said Anita didn't let him perform because his lateness would have ruined her whole set. That person said Babyface wasn't honest in his tweet and let his fans attack Anita without telling the full story. This made things worse between both fan groups. While all this was happening online, Anita Baker started replying to the hate messages she was getting. She retweeted some of them and also called out Babyface's fans. She referred to them as Kenny's Crazies, calling them bullies. She also said that Babyface should ask his fans to stop attacking her. In her tweet, she said she had always been kind to him and that he was only a guest on her tour.
Earlier this week, Baker tweeting at Babyface, "Please call off your fans."
And if all of that wasn't enough, rumors began to spread about something that happened years ago between Anita Baker and Babyface. Some people believe this whole situation is not new, but the result of a long history of problems between the two artists. They say this might have been Anita Baker getting back at Babyface for something that happened in the past. Let's go back to 2006. At that time, Babyface had a big problem with Anita Baker and even took her to court. He said she treated him like he wasn't important. He had produced a song for her called "Like You Used to Do," and it became a hit.
Like you used to do.
But Babyface said he was never paid properly for his work. According to him, Anita Baker never gave him the money or royalties he earned from producing the song. That made him feel disrespected and cheated. And if you think it couldn't get worse, it did. Babyface also claimed that Anita Baker only paid him half of the money they agreed on. He was supposed to get $300,000 for those 4 concerts, but only got $150,000. He said that wasn't fair and wanted the rest of his money. This made things very tense between them and caused a lot of bad blood. So now some people believe that Anita Baker's decision not to let Babyface perform in May might have been her way of getting back at him after all these years. They think she never forgot about the lawsuit and used this moment to settle old scores. Others think it's just a big misunderstanding and that maybe things just went wrong that night. Also, Babyface faced extortion attempt by Impostor claiming to be his son. In 2006, a young man named John T. Clark claimed he was Babyface's secret son. But that wasn't true. Clark told Babyface's lawyer that he would tell the media about this fake story unless he got paid a lot of money. $9 million. Clark said that his mother had a relationship with Babyface a long time ago and that he was their child. He told the lawyer he would tell everyone unless Babyface paid him. He first asked for $20 million, but later said he would take $9 million. Clark called Babyface's lawyer, William Briggs, many times. He kept demanding the money. Babyface's team knew this was serious, so they told the police and a plan was made. The lawyer agreed to meet Clark in person in Indianapolis, the same city where Babyface grew up. They met at a restaurant. The lawyer brought a fake check for $9 million and a fake legal paper that Clark had to sign. As soon as Clark left the restaurant with the fake check, the police arrested him. He was charged with theft and intimidation. He was sent to jail without bond. This means he had to stay in jail until his court hearing. The prosecutor said Clark had just gotten out of jail not long before for another crime, robbery. So, he already had a criminal background, which made his threat seem more real to Babyface and his team. This was a hard time for Babyface, but it wasn't the only difficult situation he faced in his music career. Around the same time, he also talked about something that happened years earlier involving singer Toni Braxton. Toni Braxton is a famous R&B singer who had many hit songs in the 1990s. She signed with LaFace Records, a music label that Babyface helped start.
And we ultimately we were building LaFace to hopefully one day sell it, and we got that chance because LA was able to go run Arista. I think that's why we were able to actually sell it at that point.
Her first album sold millions of copies and made a lot of money for the company. Even though her albums made millions, Toni Braxton said she earned only about 33 cents for each album sold. That is a very small amount of money for someone who sold so many records. Fans were shocked when they found out. Braxton said the contract she signed with LaFace Records was unfair, and she wanted to leave the label. When she tried to get out of her contract, LaFace Records sued her for breaking the contract. This caused her so much trouble that she had to file for bankruptcy.
B-R-O-K-E, broke?
Broke.
Like broke?
Like, no money.
No money.
Yeah.
Like net worth what?
Negative.
Babyface said this was a very awkward and sad situation for him. He was a producer and part of the label, but he was also an artist like Toni Braxton. He understood how hard it was for artists to get fair treatment. When the case went to court, the judge asked Babyface if the contract was fair. He was asked to answer, not as someone from the label, but as an artist.
The judge asked me, I have to be labeled, I have to be our artist. So he didn't say, I don't want to ask you as a label, as an artist. Do you feel like the deal that Toni Braxton has is a fair deal? And I said no.
Babyface told the truth and said the deal was not fair at all. He said if he had sold that many albums and only got that little money, he would also think the deal was bad. Because of his honest answer, Toni was able to settle the case and return to making music. Babyface said he didn't like being on the business side of music because it often hurt the artists. He wanted to help people, not see them suffer. But in the music industry, sometimes bad decisions are made that don't protect the people who create the music. That made him feel uncomfortable. Toni wasn't the only one with problems. Another music group called TLC also had trouble. They were very successful in the 1990s, but they also said they didn't make much money, even though their albums sold very well. Babyface said these kinds of problems made him want to stay on the creative side of music instead of the business side. He didn't want to be part of a system that took advantage of people.
So I said no, it wasn't fair. And I think that if I sold the records that she sold, then no question, I think I should be getting much more.
He said he chose to focus on making music because that's what he loved. He wanted to create songs and help artists grow, not hurt them with bad deals. He made it clear that he didn't agree with how some parts of the business were run. He didn't want to be the kind of person who gets rich by cheating others. He said, "I'm not that dude." Did you know Babyface had to pay a huge amount of money after his divorce? Many fans were surprised when they heard about how much the singer and music producer was ordered to give his ex-wife. In 2023, Babyface agreed to pay his former wife, Nicole Pantenburg, a total of $37,500 every month. This money includes both spousal support, which means money for his ex-wife to live on, and child support, money for their daughter's care. That's a lot of money to give every single month, but Babyface has been in the music business for a long time and is said to be worth around $200 million. Babyface and Nicole were married in 2014. They lived together as husband and wife for 6 years. In 2020, they decided to separate. Even though the split was not angry or full of fighting, they still had to go through the legal process of divorce. The couple shared a joint statement in July 2021, saying they were sad about ending the marriage. They explained that they still respected each other and would continue to care deeply for their daughter. Babyface and Nicole have one daughter together. Her name is Peyton Nicole, and she was 14 years old at the time of the divorce. Babyface asked the court for joint custody of their daughter. That means he wanted to share time and responsibility for raising Peyton with his ex-wife. In addition to the money he pays each month, Babyface agreed to pay for Peyton's private school tuition and her health insurance. He also promised to cover most of the costs when it's time for Peyton to take college tour trips. He said he would pay 65% of those costs, and Nicole would pay the other 35%. Some fans on social media were shocked when they heard the amount Babyface had to pay. Many people did not realize he had that much money. Some joked that maybe it would have been cheaper to stay married. This was not the first time Babyface had gone through a divorce. Before Nicole, he was married to Tracy Edmonds. They were together for many years and had 2 sons, Brandon and Dylan. But in 2005, their marriage ended too. In an interview with Oprah Winfrey in 2013, Babyface admitted something very honest. He said he was never truly in love with Tracy. He explained that they liked the idea of being a couple, but the deep love wasn't really there. He held on to the relationship because of how it looked, not because of how it felt.
You know, we hate to see anybody get divorced, but we're kind of used to it in Hollywood as well, seeing it there, but it's unfortunate.
Some people used to say Tracy was only with Babyface for his money. They called her a gold digger, which means someone who dates or marries someone just for their wealth. But Tracy proved she had her own talents. She became a successful movie and television producer. She showed the world that she could do well on her own, without depending on anyone else's money or fame. In the interview with Oprah, Babyface said he and Tracy did care about each other, but he admitted that something was missing in their connection. He said it just didn't feel like they were meant to be together forever. Even though their marriage ended, he felt okay about it because he believed Tracy was okay too. It was a mature and honest way of looking at a failed relationship. Recently, Babyface made headlines again, but not for his music or his personal life. He was disrespected on the red carpet at the 2025 Grammy Awards. 2 reporters from the Associated Press were interviewing him when another singer, Chappelle Roan, showed up behind them. The reporters quickly lost interest in Babyface and turned to talk to Roan instead. Babyface, showing class and kindness, handed the microphone to them and walked away politely. This moment was caught on video and shared online. Many people were angry about how Babyface was treated. Even Khloe Kardashian spoke out, saying it was very disrespectful. She reminded everyone how important Babyface has been to music. She said he was a legend who shaped the sound of several generations. Many fans agreed and felt that the reporters should have shown more respect. The reporters later apologized for their behavior. One of them said it was a mistake and blamed the chaos of the red carpet, but the damage was already done. Many people said it was rude and unprofessional to walk away from a legend like Babyface just to talk to someone else. They said even if you don't know someone well, you should still treat them with respect. Despite everything, Babyface stayed calm and handled the situation with grace. He didn't yell or get angry. He just walked away and let the moment pass. That showed what kind of person he is: classy, respectful, and strong. Even after facing a big divorce, paying a lot of money, and being treated badly in public, he keeps moving forward with his head held high. So while Babyface's personal life has had ups and downs, one thing is clear: he is still a big name in music and still respected by many people around the world. Whether it's through heartbreak, money troubles, or public embarrassment, he stays calm, kind, and classy. And that's something we can all admire.